Hello, I'm Mathew Delk, and this is a critical evaluation of career opportunities within sport. In this presentation, we will conduct a critical evaluation through an overview of career opportunities in sport, an overview of employment in the sports industry, the short-term trends of the industry, and the mid to long-term trends of the sports sector's opportunities for employment. Here are a couple career opportunities within sport. In the sports management administration, this sector of the sports industry focuses on planning, organization, and leadership. Some examples include event manager, facility manager, operations coordinator, and administrative officer. Sport governance and law. This sector of the sports industry focuses on regulation, ethical management, legal oversight of the sports organizations. Some examples include sports lawyers, compliance officers, and policy advisors. Fitness, leisure, and well-being. This sector of the sports industry focuses on providing exercise locations / direction for exercise, recreational sports, and health-related services. Some examples include personal trainers, well-being coaches, and leisure center managers. Professional sports and performance roles. This sector of the industry focuses on professional sports and its performance support network. Some examples include professional athletes, performance analysts, physiotherapists, and sports scientists. Sports marketing, media, and communications. This sector of the sporting industry focuses on promotion, communication, and commercialization of sports organizations, athletes, and events. Some examples include public relations officers, sports journalists, and broadcasters. Here's an overview of employment in the sports industry. On this graph, we can see a steady increase between 2011 and 2023, other than the hiccup from COVID. While there was only a percent increase of 0.24%, what it's showing is the share of sport employment within total employment. So that's actually quite a large number when looking at the entire population of the EU. In the second graph, we can see that in this little curve right here, it's much more skewed for those in sport to be younger age between 15 and 29. According to Minton 2014, during their research, they found that 35% of participants who had graduated more than 10 years ago have had 4 jobs or more since graduating. However, only 11 said the reasons for switching jobs was outside their power, and 39% of the study indicated the changes were to further their career. While this may not indicate instability of financial circumstances, this does indicate a very high turnover rate can be expected for employees in the sports industry. Here are some of the short-term trends in the industry. Due to the development of AI, the importance of transferable and generic skills has risen sharply in value, leading to fluidity in roles and the necessity of mobility across not only the sports sector but the economy as a whole. The influx of new technologies, as mentioned above, piggybacked off the changes brought about and implemented due to COVID-19, which brought hybrid schedules, individual employee adaptability, and a strategic shift in most businesses' modes of operation. A recent study by Nguyen 2025 indicated that 80.77% of sports management graduates were employed shortly after their graduation. However, of those employed, only 48.71% were in roles that were congruent with their training. Here are the mid to long-term trends. In long term, there is a trend of steady overall growth in employment within the sports sector, especially as economies rebound from the COVID dip. For example, the European Union recorded 1.64 million people employed within the sports sector, more than any time previously included before the COVID-19 pandemic. Your research by Liu 2021 indicates the need for constant re-education in the future of sports sector, as adaptability will become the norm. PwC predicts a double-digit growth for women's sport revenue in the next 3 to 5 years, which they predict will create a massive influx of employment opportunities for women in the sports sector in the long term. They also predicted the continued increase in the commercialization of sports following current trends. Career opportunities within sport are only going to continue to grow with an increase in commercialization in sport and the influx of women's professional sport, which will grow exponentially. And in turn, there will be a growth of women in other fields in the sector. However, the indications are high that high turnover within the sports sector will continue, and a majority of sports graduates will find themselves in a position outside the sports sector at some point in their career. The need for adaptability and a jack of all trades mindset will also become the key driver of success for graduates looking to enter the workplace in the near future. Here are the references.